world.
What in the world is that? I mean, they've never seen anything like it. Hey, it's Jason with Denwerks. Got something pretty cool today. 2007 Mini Cooper S. This is the turbocharged version. I'm actually selling this for a very, very good friend of mine. We actually had a Boxster S that we sold a little while ago, a black one, that we had sold for him as well. So he asked me to help him sell this one. He's had it probably for a year. He's done a lot of work to it, put brand new Pilot Sport tires on it. It's got cross drilled and slotted rotors all the way around, new brake shoes. He also had the intake manifold, or the valves walnut blasted, and also new timing chain and tensioner. The other one was good, but he wanted to replace it. So he likes to do a lot of maintenance in general on his cars. The only reason they're selling it is his wife has an injured foot, and it's just really hard for her to drive a clutch now, and that's why they sold the Porsche as well. So anyways, it's time to find this one a new home. Nice little car. Always liked these when they came out. Always a big fan of Mini, and these have a really great following. So we'll just walk around it. In general, it's chili pepper red and in nice shape. Not any paint work, but it does have some little paint touch-ups and little like rock chips and different things on it, because it's been a car that's been driven, and absolutely no rust. It came out of Maryland originally, and I'll put it up on my lift so you can see it. So let's go ahead and show the lights and everything working. I know it's a new car, but it's important to show that stuff. It's got projector headlights, it's got blinkers, brights. You know, if you want to look us up on Instagram, if you don't know who we are, we're on Instagram. Just type in Denwerks. You can go to my website, denwerks.com, DENWERKS, and check us out. We're on Facebook and those things. So anyways, I was going to go ahead and show you some of the little, you can see here, just some little tiny chips that have been touched up. I won't show you every one, but there is numerous on the nose, which is very common with a Mini. You can see the original stripes. You can see a little crack in the stripe right there that's been touched up. A couple other little things. This one here is a little bigger, that's been touched up on the stripes. We'll see little chips, little different, little divots. Some have been touched up, some have not. You can see a little scratch on the headlight there. Front bumper cover, same thing. Just little tiny chips. We left the little rhinestone license plate cover. That was kind of cute. We'll look down the side. It's actually really straight. Looks really nice. Haven't seen any dings on this side. Very, very clean. Like I said, he put Pilot Sport tires on it. So those are nice tires, 205, 45, 17. As you know, those aren't cheap. You will see a little bit of curb rash on the wheels. Sorry, my voice is getting a little raspy. I've had bad allergies. Better in season though. You can see a little bit of brake dust that has got into the wheels there and dug into the paint just a little bit. All the black trim looks good. A little bit of fade in different areas, but looks nice. It's not all cracked or scratched up or anything like that. There's a light little scratch right there and a little chip that could be due to touch up. You can see it's got little covers here. Go ahead and show the windows working real fast. And this is Keegan, he's helping me. You can see it's got the dual panoramic roof. It actually slides back. And that other one tipped up. We got windows. And you can see the other one over there went up at the same time. So everything there's working in general. We'll take a look at this wheel. No curb rash on it, but it looks nice overall. This is just a little dust from driving it. This is one of the bigger scratches right here. and a little one right there. We'll go ahead and flip it around for you so you can see the other side a little better. Try to get Stanley run over by throwing him a treat. He works pretty cheap though. So we'll go ahead and just show you the back. You know, I'll go ahead and show you the lights. You got brake lights, blinkers, and then reverse. You can see the reverse are working on it as well. Right here you can see, I think there's a little mini, you could probably get these, just a new sticker that goes on there. Overall looks pretty good. Back here you will see some touch up right here on the edge and a couple of little scratches. Again, it's been driven and it's been cared for, but it's not perfect. Very clean down the side. I'm just checking out. I don't see any dings. I guess if I see something that was something real light right there, but hardly anything. It could use a really good wax. It does look good overall, but you can see a little bit of hard water spots lightly right there on some of the edges. You know, but overall looks good. The windows look actually pretty clean in general. Hopefully you don't take my sticker off, but you might. We'll look here at the door handles. Little tiny scratch right there. You know, again, I can't point out every one of them on the car. I'm just trying to point out some of the bigger stuff here. You can see a couple right there. Little curb rash on this wheel that you can see. I would imagine the tires probably, they're probably 95%. He hasn't put very many miles on them. You can see the chipping on this wheel too, as well. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of the exterior. Nice little car. I'll go ahead and show you some more stuff on it. Hey, we're going to go ahead and show you the interior real fast. Actually, the interior is in pretty nice shape. I've got a big thing about having the steering wheel straight, so I'll just point it straight. But very nice interior, actually. You know, nice leather interior. I don't know if they all came with leather, but this one did. It looks great. I love the white piping on it. And actually, an uncle of mine actually bought one of these new, and he brought me over it one night and we took it out for a ride, and it was super fun. And I love sitting behind the dash and looking at the speedometer in the middle. Very cool. Stanley's kind of a fan. You can see here, door panels look nice. Little light scuffing here. It's, you know, just from feet getting out, but it's not bad. Nice floor mats. Obviously a 6-speed manual. We do have 2 keys. Most importantly, you can see there's no dents or creases here, no accident damage. Right here you will see a little plug. That is not factory. There was a little tiny ding he had taken out that was right here in this area. It was very small, so the only way to get in there was to drill a little hole. You know, some people may not like that, but it didn't hurt anything. Either you have a ding here and have it repainted, or do that. So I think I would have went with that as well. You can see here the VIN number is there and looks good. You know, the pedals aren't all worn out. I should have mentioned earlier it's only got 56,000 miles on it, so actually really low miles. Now I can't remember how to get in the back seat. How do you do that? Oh, right here. I always wanted to look low. I'm used to old cars, so flip that forward. Back seat has actually never been sat in. They did have a Dalmatian that they would flip that seat down, and he would sit in the back, but he only did it 2 times because they didn't like the hair. So you will see some real fine, and I didn't spend a lot of time, little fine dog hairs back here. It doesn't smell like a dog in here, but they're kind of neat freaks, and they're just like, he's not riding in there no more, so it wasn't worth it to him. So these seats fold forward, obviously, but again, you'll see no dents or anything or any accident damage. It is all original paint on it in general. We'll go ahead and take a look at this side real quick. You can see the seats from this side, and there was another ding on this side. You can see another little hole that they drilled to get to it. So and it was just minor. I mean, I actually saw them before. They were just a little tiny ding, but you can see the jam looks all good. No accident damage at all. A lot of people don't even know what those little plugs are. They usually think it's some factory thing. So usually only the car dealer knows what that is, but I'm just pointing it out to you. You know, very clean inside overall. So anyways, we'll show you some more stuff. Hey, we're gonna take a look underneath the hood real fast. There's a little lever, obviously, underneath the dash. Little push button thing. You know, nice engine compartment. The main thing I'm looking at here, though, is no creases, no repairs. Actually, everything looks really, really clean underneath here. You know, you can see the chili red there. The lights, VIN number, and stuff. One thing he did add, you know, besides doing the other maintenance things that I talked about earlier, and it's kind of fun to hear too, because when you rev it up, you'll hear the turbo, the pop-off valve, and everything. So kind of fun. But he did add a Typhoon K&N intake system on it, cold air intake. So because it's got open housing and stuff, you can hear it a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and start it up and rev it up a little bit and stuff. It's not a cold start, but it starts up the same, even when it's hot or cold, doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and start it up. You know, it runs really smooth, no weird noises or anything like that. This is a turbo. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit. You know, it sounds really good. Yeah, it's super fun to drive. So we'll go ahead and show you some more stuff. Actually a fun little car to drive. The handle's really nice, especially being a 6-speed manual, so I mean, no one's going to complain about that. You can hear a little wind noise in here because the roof is, the panoramic roof is up. There you go. So it's actually pretty quiet inside. So I like the way everything's laid out. And if you've never driven one of these cars, I'm kind of one of those big boned guys with a good personality. A lot of room in here. So anyways, we'll pull over here in a little bit and just show you some of the gauges and stuff. So just enjoy the ride here for a few minutes, and we'll pull up here in a second. Kind of like hearing the turbo kick in there. That was kind of fun. So we'll pull over here. This is what it's really nice out here in the country. Take a look at this. I don't know if he wants to race me, but pretty cool. So we'll just pull over here and show you the gauges. Overall, obviously, you saw the radio was working. And if you look here, You can see the odometer, 56,810. That little triangle thing drives me nuts. That's not a check engine light. It's check engine light would be over here, and tire pressure. But what we think it is, because we went through the information setting and stuff, what we think it is these xenon lights. They I think it keeps on thinking that light bulb's out or something like that, because the consistency or the is just not the same as the factory. The only other thing I could think on there is, when I was looking at it, is that there was in 2017, and I don't know how to reset it because I'm not a Mini guy, but 2017 looked like maybe the brake fluid was overdue or something like that, and so someone didn't reset it. I know my friend flushed the system on it when he put the brake shoes and everything in the rotor. So anyways, that little triangle is going to be on when you get it, and I have no clue what it is, but it's not a check engine light or anything like that. So anyways, everything looks good on the dash overall. I like the temperature. This thing is kind of cool here. I think if you push that, there's a little menu, a little computer. You can see consumption, speed, range, temperature, and different things here, which is kind of neat. So anyways, we'll cruise it around and show you some more stuff. Take a look at the little Mini underneath. You're obviously going to see the still photos and everything of it, but even though it's newer and stuff like that, we still want to do a little video, show you different things, show you the date on the tires, show you any leaks or anything like that. But mostly we're looking at structure that you might not see typically in a photo. So we're just going to go ahead and walk around. We'll go front to back here real fast. Overall, I haven't seen any accidents or anything like that. Everything looks really solid. Like I said before, my friend did a lot of different service work, and in general, if we just want to look right here real fast, there's the date code 0518, so 2018 he put the tires on, and they're Pilot Sports. So if we just look up here, you'll see a little bit of seepage on the engine in general, obviously from being driven. Little seepage here, but I haven't seen anything hit the floor or anything like that. The boots look good on the axles. Forgot to bring my light in here. Actually, I'll get my camera out here for you, or my phone. There we go. You can see the axle boots look good. The inner ones look good as well. You can see right up in there. And I've taken them with my fingers and spread them apart, and they look good. You can see here the floors all look really, really clean. No one's taken a jack or anything like that. No one's ran over anything like that and made any punctures. Frame rails all look really good in general. Exhaust looks all original on it in general, all the way back. Up here I wanted to show you, this is areas that get hidden on a lot of cars, but no rust up there. And the inner rockers both look really clean on this side as well. A lot of cars, they get covered up by the cladding and stuff. Overall, looks good in general. If you look up in here, not any rust back there. All the brake lines and everything look good. Again, I mentioned that it had new rotors, new brake shoes, but you can see someone had painted those red. He actually didn't do it, but you can see it, a little overspray up there. So pretty typical when people want to paint the rotors a different color. If you look back here, no accidents or anything like that. The car is just a really, really nice driver overall, and really in good shape in general. So if you got any more questions or anything like that, would love to answer them for you. You can make comments on bring a trailer and give me a phone call, whatever. So it is no reserve, and someone's going to go home with a little nice Cooper S.